The court notified me that my final decree of divorce has been approved by the judge. I know that it sucks being alone. I come home and I'm alone. I go everywhere alone. I don't hardly talk to him anymore. I don't blame him. I filed for the divorce. So I'm sure people are wondering, well, you filed. Why are you so upset? Why are you crying? Just because you make a decision that you think is going to end up making things better doesn't mean that you have to give up the fact that you love that person or that you did it because you were trying or whatever. I've never met anybody like him, and I've never loved anybody like him either, but I don't want a divorce. I still am very much in love with my husband.
Let's check out the comments first, that what individuals need to say regarding this. The social network that women have can sometimes be the reason women get divorced. I am sick and tired of women playing the divorce game. It's so hard to feel sorry for someone who asked for something, gets it, then regrets it. Don't take them back ever. Let them live with their decision. Maybe they will eventually learn. If you're unhappy in your marriage, and then you're still unhappy after the divorce, guess who is the common denominator? You. Let this be a sign that happiness comes from working on yourself, whether you are in a relationship or not. Do the inner work instead of throwing away your marriage. Most marriages fail because women have been taught that love is a Disney fairy tale. That marriage is about your happiness, that they will get to walk away with cash and prizes. I loved him so much, but I divorced him. These women lied. They thought they had better options when they started doing better than him. They got bored while their husbands worked like hell at his jobs and the relationships to keep the marriage. Just let them go. Never disrespect yourself again with this modern trash. Men give up happiness for family, and women give up family for happiness, but they do these many times. If you can't appreciate what you have and not content, you will never be happy, ever.
Yesterday I told my husband I wanted to be separated from him, and people keep saying sorry, and I'm only crying right now because that was probably the hardest thing I've ever done. I truly thought I was going to be with him forever. And I still love him so much, and I wanted it to be different, but it's not. It's okay to be upset. This is 17 years of my life we're talking about. Somebody I shared children with, who I built a life with. So yeah, say sorry, but also say congratulations for also being really fucking strong. Because that was not easy.
We should look at the remarks first that what people need to say. I really can't feel sorry for these women that think the grass is greener in someone else's yard. Eat it, honey, and graze to your content. Why are you crying? You have got what you wanted. No real tears at all. Typical. When a woman asks for a divorce for no apparent reason, she's strong. When a man does it, he's a horrible man. I will never understand how you can pause your grief, set up a camera, then unpause your feelings to cry. Seeking attention through victimhood. It doesn't take a strong woman to abandon and destroy her family and marriage. It takes a weak, petty, selfish one. She wasn't strong enough to endure the relationship they built together, and now she's looking for emotional validation. 17 years of marriage with kids destroyed to demonstrate what? That you're strong and independent lady. This appears to be less similar to something painful and more like a trend these days. What about the years he wasted? There's always some weak excuse for these decisions because she simply doesn't want to take responsibility for her marriage. You need to figure out that you are the cause or lack of your happiness. When you finally understand that you are entirely responsible for how you feel, you find your own freedom. Then, divorcing him or not, you'll be happy because it comes from you. And you can choose to be happy, regardless. Have you ever seen a woman divorce and years later ruin herself because of that decision? What are her reasons? Who knows? She'll probably say he neglected her, that she deserves her to be happy, or that there was a lack of compatibility.
Divorce is harder on men. People do not think that divorce is harder on men because men move on quicker. But what they don't realize is that these men are grieving. They don't have a social network to talk to and to be supportive of them, so they're moving on. Men bottle up their emotions, and that results in depression and anxiety. Generally, they don't have a lot of people to talk to about this stuff, and they're not able to really express themselves and talk about the terrible feelings that they have. Generally, men's health declines. Many men self-medicate, turn to alcohol and drugs because they don't have a support system. And then they rush into new relationships because they don't want to be alone. Now, not only are they grieving over one bad relationship, now they have two bad relationships. And then there's the kids that they feel that they've lost. Their time sharing, their visitation is not always 50%. And they feel that they've lost touch with their children.
Let's check out the comments first, what people have to say about this. Have a party. You got rid of useless baggage. Stay single women. You're the reason men die earlier because we choose to. Women suffer mid-late life crisis, far greater than men. Notice how 0 men post themselves crying over their divorce on the internet? They don't have the damn time. They're out earning a living so they can still support their ex. As I always say, respect to every man who gets back up after a disastrous divorce. It's not easy to lose everything and have to start over older and more tired. People who feel good about the divorce are the ones who initiated the leave in the first place. The ones that are hit hard are those that were not prepared. Many falls into depression, which is why I always tell you to focus on yourself. Take a day selfishly for yourself to disconnect and get out of the house. Yes, it sucks sometimes, but I know it's possible to get through anything. We don't have any eraser to change the past, but you can't let your past ruin your present. Don't be crying or showing her you're a mess. Don't give her that satisfaction. You can and will get through it. Give it time. That's a wrap for today on MGTOW Sigma. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you're the first to know when the next video is out. Share your thoughts in the comments below. See you tomorrow.